What's up, nerds? Welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue B-Sides. Remember, you can find B-Sides every Friday at 7 a.m. here on ngrradio.com and youtube.com/ngrradio. I'm Corey. Joining me, as always, is Moose and Matt. And Matt, you just hit a milestone.
I did. I got my 100th platinum trophy.
I thought you were going to tell us there was finally hair down there.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, there was until I shaved it. I got my 100th platinum trophy.
That's an image. It's going to be burned in my head forever.
You're welcome.
Not me, because I didn't pay attention. But anyway, let's keep rolling.
I got my 100th platinum trophy. It was Dark Souls Remastered, and I got it in a way that I'm like really proud of. Ahmed and I were playing through that because he decided he wanted to be a part of that with me, which was cool. And we went through my second playthrough in the game, and that's always the play. Like I always like to do my first playthrough where I link the fire, and my second playthrough where I don't. So like in my first playthrough, I got to save Solaire, which is something I'd never really done.
That's cool.
I'd never done like in my game. I'd seen him do it, but for some reason I just never got around to doing it. But now that I know how to do it, I'll probably do it every chance I can from now on. But we did the playthrough in a really weird way. Like we did not fight the Taurus demon ever. We skipped the depths. We skipped the painted world of Aramis because there's really nothing there except the boss fight. Which I had already gotten that trophy in my first playthrough. But we did Sif first. And it's the first time I've ever done like a very deep game boss first in a playthrough. And that actually like really it stacked the deck against us despite us being like an appropriate level for New Game Plus. Because he hits hard your first time through, no matter how much you're leveling. But it's not always the easiest fight either. And he actually made it pretty difficult for us. Then after we fought him, we went straight to the Four Kings, and we discovered the Covenant that's there after you beat that fight. And so from there, like instead of talking to the serpent that appears in Firelink Shrine, we talked to that one, and that's how you sort of set up the dark ending, at least from a story point. And then we kind of went through the game as you need to. Like we rang both bells, we went through Sen's Fortress in Orlando, then we did Duke's Archives, and it was like we both basically got to the section in Duke's Archives that you could warp to by ourselves. And it was actually the quickest I've ever gotten there. Because I always think that area is like way bigger than I think it is. And it's usually because it's actually really difficult. Or at least it's been one of the more difficult ones for me. That one and the Catacombs are always like super difficult for me. The Tomb of Giants is like, it's not hard for me, but I get lost. And that's where I get frustrated. But we basically beat the last boss in his world first. So and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, we beat it in my world first, so I can't be there with you." I go, "No, I need to do this one alone." I'm like, you know what? I have to go in for this one. This one needs to be me by myself. So I did. I took on Gwyn by myself, and it's not like the most difficult fight in the world. I do like that boss fight an awful lot, mainly because you can parry Gwyn. He's one of the only ones you can parry. Like you can parry Ornstein in Orlando. You just can't riposte him. So you can definitely bat his spear away, but you can't actually do like your finishing move. And I got him down to where I knew he only had like one more hit from my Black Knight Great Axe. And I basically got him there twice and just waited for him and waited to parry him. First time I got him there, I couldn't. I missed every time and died. And then second time, got him, and I put my axe in his belly, got him to his knees, and buried it in his face. And I was like, that's how you end Dark Souls 1. Walked out, saw all the serpents, got my trophy, 100 platinums. And I know people that I've been on podcasts with before, namely Rough Dog 4, look at me and go, yeah, I don't remember my 100 platinum because I have 1,600 of them. Not trying to be Rough Dog. I'm not trying to be Rough Dog. But
why not?
Because that motherfucker manages his time really, really well. The couple of times he was on platinum achievements, like we actually probed him about, like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that and still seem like a normal guy? Like, and he's like, well, you know, I have a full-time job and I'm reasonably successful. And, you know, my wife and I have our own real interests, and we basically make sure each other's needs are met in a certain way. And then the rest of the time, I just sort of allot my time. And if I make progress, I make progress. If I don't, I don't. I just happen to make progress a lot. And I'm like, oh, all right, fine. And like the way he sort of broke it down, I was like, man, you could really teach someone how to like do this. I don't know what teaching someone how to do this gets you, other than, you know, whatever. But like, it was really cool to like hear how someone who's done it for that long, you know, does it. And I basically said, you know what, my problem is I just have too many interests outside of video games. Like, I'm into other stuff, and that gets in the way. But on that topic, before we started this B-side, we were talking about doing trophies. Moose, you're about to hit a milestone yourself.
Yes, I have 24 platinum trophies. I just need one more platinum to hit the quarter of the amount that you have. I'll hit 25. And I'm going to do it with Cosmic Star Heroine.
Okay.
Cosmic Star Heroine is on my challenge list. I'm playing on my Vita. I've already got...
That game just came out on Switch.
Yes, it did just come out on Switch. It's got separate trophy lists for the PS4 and the Vita version. So
I thought you were going to say separate trophy lists for PS4 and Switch versions.
No.
I thought you were going to say that.
So
Moose is a lot of things. He's not that stupid.
Well, I am.
You're not that stupid.
So, well, I wouldn't knowingly say that. I might slip up and say that. So let's say that. Okay, I'm stupid enough to say it, you know, unknowingly or as a mistake. But anyways, so I'm playing it on Vita right now, but I will probably platinum it on both, just because it's a pretty simple game, but it's a really good game. I enjoy Z-Boy games. They finished Penny Arcade's what is it, the Penny Arcade games. They did episodes 3 and 4. So like the Rain Slick Precipice was like episode 1 and 2 were on Xbox Live Arcade, and then they took over and did 3 and 4. And 3 and 4 are like traditional RPGs, like old school 8-bit looking RPGs, and that's what Cosmic Star Heroine is. But the games are awesome. I'm looking forward to anything they do next. Obviously, their next project after the Vita and PS4 version was getting it on Switch, which is cool. More people can play it, pick it up. It's a quick game. I think it's like 15 hours. It was on Jason's challenge list as well, and he beat it in 15 hours or something like that. And I think he platinumed it too. So it's just a game I can play at lunch at work, like an hour at a time. So it'll take me a little bit to beat it, but it's like ranked a 2 out of 10 on PlayStationTrophies.org, which I use mainly more than I do whatever the other one is. PSN trophies, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's going to be my next milestone, hopefully, because the challenge games have gotten me. Like, I wanted to platinum Battlefield 1. I might just have to go back for it, just because I missed a bunch of stuff just trying to beat it for the challenge. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to beat the game, and if I ever feel the urge to go back and platinum it, maybe I will, and maybe I won't, you know? And but a lot of the games that I've been playing have been for the challenge, and it's just trying to finish them. You know, trying to cross them off that backlog, get rid of them out of that backlog.
How you doing on that?
I think I have 10 games left.
Okay.
I'd have to look, but a lot of them are relatively easy. So the challenge isn't going too rough. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 games, but Odin Sphere and Cosmic Star Heroine are on Vita. And then I also have short games like Ratchet and Clank, Sleeping Dogs. I've got Doom. I think I'm like a third of the way through Doom. I've got Dying Light. You know, so I got a couple of games. My main concerns are going to be Divinity Original Sin, which is like 100+ hours, and Metal Gear Solid 5 and Final Fantasy. Although I'm a third of the way through Final Fantasy. So I'm downloading Ratchet and Clank. I'm going to try and go back to Final Fantasy, focus on that, and play Ratchet and Clank when I want something different. You know what I mean? Like, have something different to go to. Obviously, I'm still playing Dead Cells. But, yeah, so...
That game is really hard to put down. That game is really hard to stop.
I think I should be able to hit to finish the challenge. Like I said, I just need to, like, I got rid of a lot of the games on my PS4 that were distractions. Like, I got rid of Bloodborne. I do have Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1 on there, but that's only to help people if they need help. And then we did the videos for the challenge, which I sent for Jason to splice and cut up and edit and do whatever he wants with, and maybe do like a 3-part series, because we played twice together, but there's 3 parts to it. So you know, we played twice. There were 2 videos, but I mean, he can maybe do like a you know, or maybe one half and then the other half. I don't know, whatever. I
mean, I feel like if you break that up anymore, it becomes really hard to do a third part. Just because with that DLC, it's 2 areas, and then I mean each of them has a boss, but then it's just another boss right away. Like,
so, looking forward to finishing Final Fantasy 15 and moving along with that, and then like I said, doing Cosmic Star Heroine, and then I have Odin Sphere on my Vita, so I'll probably start tinkering away at that. Like, that's technically, it's supposedly like a 30-hour game. I think I'm 10, 15 hours in. So I'm about a third to half of the way into the game. So just chipping away at that as well. You know, I got some vacation time coming up. Got a trip to Pennsylvania in October, which I'm going to try and hang out with you and Reba again, Kelly and I. And then,
when in October?
So I'll probably be playing. If I had a calendar, like the 13th and 14th or whatever, I think it is. I don't know. Where's the calendar? I know the date for the wedding, and I'm being like stupid because I can't
13th
remember.
Is a Saturday.
I think it's the 13th. It's either the 13th or the 20th. And I really want to say it's the 10th through the 14th. So I'll be up the 10th through the 14th.
Well.
So we'll plan something.
Before I start my new position, I think I have a vacation coming up.
Very nice.
I don't.
So I'll get you solid dates when I get back to work.
Yeah.
But so and I think they're talking about doing another challenge next year, Jason and Jeff, and I'm not going to put any PSN money down on the line. I have no problem with the challenge where it's fun. And I'm not not that I'm not having fun with the game challenge. It's just like, there's so much.
It sounds like you're not having fun, Moose.
No, I am. Like, I had fun playing Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 was a lot of fun. If you haven't played Battlefield 1, check it out. The campaign's pretty quick. You can play through it pretty quickly, and it's got a great story, and the multiplayer is cool. So, you know, you got your added value there. And then it's always on sale. I think the Revolution edition, which includes all the DLC plus Titanfall, that pack, that bundle is usually $20 on sale. So, like, you can pick it up for, like, dirt cheap, you know? And people will still be playing it even once Battlefield 5 comes out because people won't want to make the jump. You know what I mean? They won't make the jump right away, or people will still go back to it just because it has, you know, certain aspects to the gameplay that they like over what 5 will have to offer. So it's a good game. I highly recommend it. But like I was saying, I think we're gonna try and do like Platinum Trophy Challenge, like just run down a list. Like have a list of platinums that we've been trying to get or want to get and just go out and get them. Like I have the Dark Souls one that I want to get. I know Jason wants to platinum it. Jeff's pretty much done with the game. But so I got to work through that, and I'll probably polish that off next year.
I can't. Well, see, I feel bad for Jeff in Dark because he'd only played Bloodborne, right?
Yeah.
So he's already started behind the 8 ball there. And
so did I.
Well,
oh wait, no. Well, I played Dark Souls 3.
Yeah,
after a little bit of Bloodborne. So
like you had tried 2 a little bit,
but I feel he's gone the same path I have. He's gone the same. Like he started with I started with Bloodborne. He started with Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did some Dark Souls 3 for a little bit. I played and beat Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
And then tried some of 2. And then you know, I haven't beaten Dark Souls 2, which I need to go back to. I'd like to at least beat it. I don't need to platinum that game, but you remember back when I did Bloodborne and I was like, oh, I want to platinum like all the Souls games. And now I'm like,
yeah,
I don't really think I hate myself that much. Like not that like the platinum when you gotta hate yourself.
That's something That's something I want to say when I'm playing a game. I don't hate myself as
right. It's like I don't. That's like I could do the Dark Souls 2 platinum, but I'm like, there's more games that I want to play.
Yeah, well, I mean,
the urge to play more and different games that I already own is a lot stronger than platinuming those games.
Yeah.
Like I do want to get the Dark Souls 3 platinum.
Oh yeah.
I do want to get that, and I do want to get the remaster, and maybe after I get those 2, it might spark me to work on Dark Souls 2. But we'll see. I don't know. Anyways, so my number 25 coming up soon. Hopefully by the end of September will be Cosmic Star Heroine.
Cosmic Star Heroine's a good platinum to get.
Yeah, even though it's easy, I want to get it just simply because I like Z-Boyd games and I want to put in the effort to play all of their game.
Anybody who's going to give you shit because you have an easy platinum, it's probably they're like, oh, I don't want to tarnish my trophy list with that. No, fuck you. You just it doesn't matter. None of this matters. Like,
yeah,
because
I know.
Here's the thing. If anybody is going to call themselves a trophy hunter, guess what they're going to do? Every platinum they can.
Right, exactly. That's the point.
If you want to get a game like My Name is Mayo and have a platinum and have 2 platinums in 30 minutes, fuck yeah, you're going to do it.
I've got 2 platinum from Energy Cycle.
It boosts the trophy level. It moves you up, and it's also just more. The numbers go up. I mean, that's what this is.
Well, I think what I'm probably going to do is back cleanup. So I want to get the God of War platinum. I want to get. I'm gonna want a platinum Spider-Man.
Yeah, probably.
Depending on what's involved with Red Dead Redemption 2, I'll probably want to platinum that. There'll probably be some multiplayer stuff, but like you and I can team up for that if we ever get a chance. I think it might just be me, you, and Jeff because Jason doesn't have a lot of interest in the game. But if me and Jeff are having a blast playing it together, like because they're gonna launch with a Wild Wild West online, like a Red Dead 2 online, which I'm fine with.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Hey, let's form up a posse and just go terrorize or police
Yeah, and it'll take them a month to get it right, and then it'll take them a year to add the whatever big content they have coming.
Yeah. Well, they might even be able to do it off the bat. If I was here's my thing. If I was them, the whole reason they're not putting out Grand Theft Auto 6, well, because Grand Theft Auto Online is doing so well. Number one, but number two, take that team and have them focus on the online aspect of Red Dead Redemption 2 while the team that developed it is finishing it off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then that way, when it launches, you have heists. You have being a marshal of a town. Like, you have all of this stuff that you want to add, and then they can go on. And I'm sure they probably split the team for Grand Theft Auto, and they're already working on the newest one. But the guys that do the online could switch over to the Red Dead Redemption 2 and help them. They are not going to want to have the disaster that they had with Grand Theft Auto Online. It wasn't a huge disaster. It was as far as I know, it's the first time they ever did quote unquote real online gaming. Like, they had multiplayer and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had multiplayer in 4, but it wasn't
but it wasn't like legit like this, where it's like they've got to track everybody. They're doing rankings, all that stuff.
Yeah, like Grand Theft Auto 5 has a lot of. I mean, it's. As someone who's never played an MMO, Grand Theft Auto Online seems to have an MMO thing about it.
Yes,
it does. Without it being like true MMO. Like, I'm not saying Grand Theft Auto Online is akin to EverQuest or World of Warcraft.
Right.
But I feel like it has a lot of those elements in it.
Right, and I agree with you. And so I feel that they're going to want Red Dead Redemption 2 Online to do a lot better. Yeah. And I think it'll launch. It won't launch like a month or two after.
Or it won't be broke as fuck.
Yeah, it'll be available the day of.
Yeah.
You know, so I could see them wanting to hit the ground running, or they could even say, "Hey, we're going to launch in a month later. We're going to give you a chance to get in the world, get used to it, launch the online aspect a month." You know, like, and it would be cool if they were like, you get to pick like the loadout that you carry over into the game. Unless they're going to have kind of like a story type mode to the main game, because Grand Theft Auto Online, you were basically a criminal, like released from prison or whatever, and so you just had to like go find your way through the world. So they might do that with Red Dead, or they might allow you to take your character from the main game into online. You know what I mean? And you'd be able to take your loadout and stuff like that and go have fun. But anyways, that would be cool.
Yeah. Corey, any trophies you're working on?
No.
I didn't think so.
Dad of the Year. That's what I'm working on.
Good luck.
Until she can speak and knowingly make that statement without mommy telling her that, you'll never be Dad of the Year. No, I'm just kidding.
That's fine.
Man, that was dark.
Sometimes I don't think Moose likes me very much.
That's why I brought him on here, so you two could fight. It hasn't gone as well as I wanted.
No, we cut it out.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Best friends.
So before we wrap up the B-sides, Moose, just PlayStation gamer predominantly to another. Because Corey, don't try and tell me you are.
I'm not.
Switch.
I haven't turned my PlayStation on since I beat God of War.
I know.
Except to watch Netflix.
Okay, well, in case you were gonna make the argument, I was just trying to stop you. How do you decide which games you're going to platinum?
Usually, I'll look at like what's coming out for the year. Mm-hmm. I look for like games from studios that I thoroughly enjoy, and then I look for difficulty. Like a game like Spelunky, you can't platinum it, but you can 100% it. I will never 100% that game because I don't have the skill for that game. Like I look at, I think Dead Cells has an insane playthrough time that you have to beat it in or something. It's got some kind of ridiculous, or no, Death's Gambit does.
Death's Gambit does.
And I'm like, I wanted to platinum your game, but you made it fucking impossible. So no, I will not platinum your game.
Well, see, I'm wondering, like, I'm wondering. I'll bet you there's a way. Once you figure out your way around the world, because
right, and then there's the other thing. Yeah. Like, just do it. like I'll sometimes be like, well, I'll wait for like Nier Automata.
Mhm.
I would like to platinum that game, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait for a trophy guide.
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna play and finish the game, then I'll just use a trophy guide to actually platinum it while I play it. And that's probably what I'm gonna do next year as well. Like that'll be one of the games that I platinum. Because I thoroughly enjoy that game and that game's amazing, but that's what I wait for too. Like if it looks like it's something that's extremely not difficult, like getting the trophies, but like understanding like where you get them. It's like, all right, well, I want to invest as much time, I want to enjoy the game, but I don't want to spend too much time in it. So I'll just wait for a trophy guide. Like I did with Cosmic Star Heroine. It came out and I knew I wanted to platinum it. So I was like, I'll wait for the guide.
Mm-hmm.
And so, now the guide's out there and I can just follow it. And I'm just going through, I ticked off like 3 or 4 trophies already. So
yeah,
I'm well on my way. How do you determine what you're going to platinum or what trophies you're going to go for? Do you have any games? Here's a question. Do you have any games that you have gone for a specific trophy but decided not to platinum it? Yes. Have you ever seen like a trophy on a trophy list that you're like, that would be cool to get, but the platinum is just not worth it to me?
Yes. There are a couple of games I played on PS3 with what I call blank accounts. Because for some reason I got stuck on like completion percentage for a while because I'm a fucking moron. But like Persona 4 Arena and Catherine are games that I played to a decent amount on PS3, but I blank accounted them where I didn't sync the trophies. Okay. I earned like a ton, but because I wanted to watch my completion percentage. I think it was because I was looking at Ahmed's trophy list and he was like 90s. He was like he's like at 100% now. Like he's completed every game he's ever
played.
Gotten. Like it's ridiculous what that kid does.
Well, I mean, it also depends on how many games you've played, or
Well, yeah, but he's got like 185 platinums. Like he's got
pretty beastly.
Yeah, like he's not he doesn't really get into games unless he's going to 100%. But like I blank accounted those because I knew what was coming if I had them on my trophy list. I would look at them and just stare at them and want to go after them. Right. Bless you. And like fighting games, I will never try and go there. Like I will never try because I don't have the time to try and be good at them, and at my skill level, me trying to get their amount of wins that you need, I'll never get it. Especially if they want you to do like a 10 fight win streak. No, never in my life. So like I will eventually get Dragon Ball Fighters because I really want to play that game. But I don't expect to ever try and get a 100% on that because it's just beyond me. There were Neo was a platinum I really, really wanted until I figured out what you have to do to get it. And that is where I get into I don't hate myself enough.
Yeah. It's kind of like the realm I'm in sometimes.
Yeah, like there are a bunch of bosses in that game that by themselves are great boss fights and difficult as hell. I do not want to fight them and another great boss fight that's difficult as hell at the same time to get 100%. Yeah. Just because it's like, I'm not saying it's completely unreachable. It's just I don't want to go there. Like getting Dark Souls 2's platinum, like that was probably the Souls game that took me the longest, just because I spent a lot of time really going after the PvP stuff, and then I figured out you didn't have to. All you had to do was beat the game 4 times, and that on its own is not a difficult ask. I don't think Dark Souls 2 is near the hardest one of those games. I think the boss fights are rather lopsided because all of them are kind of the same. It's just harder hitting variations on stuff that's come before, which is why that game loses a lot of imagination to me. But like that game is, I feel like Dark Souls 1's platinum is way harder. I feel like Dark Souls 3's platinum is way harder, despite Dark Souls 2 taking the longest. Demon Souls platinum is fucking mind-bending. And that's because you have to pay attention to another mechanic called world tendency that you don't that for a long time. Like, the community had to figure that one out. Like, From Software did not explain it at all. So it was really freaking weird. But like, I mean, I usually sort of look at what the game is. Like, for example, there's a game that comes out tomorrow, and it's not playable for me until 9 a.m. in the morning. It's Fire Pro Wrestling World. I haven't seen trophy lists on it, but like I've Googled them to see if like Exophase or True Trophies have had it leaked or anything. But I know that that's probably going to have a significant online component and a significant creation component. And if it's fun to do either of those things, I might be in, but I won't be in until I play it. Yeah. But regardless, I'm going to play that game because I am semi-excited for it. I mean, I've known it was coming to PS4 for a very long time. I think over a year now. It was announced coming to consoles like a year ago, at least. But that game is fascinating to me because, like, while Ahmed and I were playing Dark Souls, like, I was telling him about it, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna love that because of the deep creation. That's why you lost so much time in Mon Nation races." I'm like, "Yeah, see, you understand me." So there's part of that that'll keep me coming back, and if it's really fun to keep doing, I will definitely do it a very long time, especially if I take breaks. Like, games that I have and am interested in doing that is, like, I'm interested in platinuming Monster Hunter, despite not spending a lot of time with it. Like, I'm interested in seeing what that journey is and how that journey changes over time. I know I'll platinum Persona 5. I know I'll platinum Celeste at some point. I know I will platinum, other games that I only have like 50% or so or less. I'm sitting here thinking I'd like to platinum a game like Phantom Doctrine, but I don't think I want to platinum a game like XCOM either, because that gets really hairy at times. And unless the loop of that releases the necessary dopamine for me to keep coming back, I'm not going to do it. So there's a lot of factors in it. One thing I don't factor in is, like, I'm not always looking for a quick platinum. Like, there are plenty of them out there, and it's nice to have a quick platinum or two, especially if, like, you're frustrated with something and something's quick and you could just do it to take your mind off of whatever's frustrating you. But I use those for that purpose rather than saying, "Oh, I'm just going to boost my numbers," because the numbers don't mean anything anyway. They never have. They never will. And people who say, "Oh, well, Xbox Gamer Scores is just one big number versus a categorized set of little numbers," whatever. Measure your dick somewhere else. But I still like doing those. I will continue to do it. And video games,
trophies.
I will. You know what? I will say this. I will platinum Dead Cells at some point. Once I actually can sit down and play that game on PS4, I will go after that platinum, because that game is fun as fuck. Corey, let's end this B-side.
Do we have to? I was having so much fun.
Lies. You haven't said shit in like 10 minutes.
I haven't said anything this whole episode.
Moose let me go on my little rant. I feel like I've been talking for 3 hours.
You might have been. We don't know.
No, it can't. It's only 9:45.
Well, there you go, guys. This has been another B-side here on Nerds Gone Rogue. Remember, you can find it every Friday at 7 a.m. on your podcast service of choice and on our YouTube page, youtube.com/NGR Radio. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we love you.
B-side Nana and out.
You're welcome.